Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Eric, this is EC's EDC, and today we're going to take a one-take bag walkthrough for the Brown Buffalo ConcealPack 21. This one happens to be a collab with Huckberry. So let's dive in. This is a 21-liter backpack. It is in Multicam. It is also in a material called X50. So it's what they call stormproof. It has a Cordura and XPAC combination here to give it a very weather-resistant nature. The interior of the lining, the interior lining of the bag is actually VX21. And I believe the exterior is that Cordura, that 500D Cordura meets X50, right? Which is a VX50, I think. I'll look it up and put it on the screen if I'm incorrect. The bag has a very big clamshell opening. All the zippers are DWR-coated, so they do have that additional waterproofing and weather resistance. Right here at the front of the bag, we've got a little patch, and this has the Brown Buffalo. Give you a little, this way. Here you can see the Brown Buffalo, and the little Huckberry logo is on the top right corner. So, I mentioned this was a 21-liter bag. This is a large bag. Like I could hide behind this 21-liter bag. And we'll talk about that in the inside. But like this is a hunkin' bag. These things are no joke. These are big boys. But as we work our way around the exterior, you'll notice that this is the only exterior pocket on the bag. No quick access. This would be your quick access. So inside here, I have a moleskin notebook. I have a iPad, 5th gen, no, maybe, yeah, 5th gen iPad, 10 point something inches. And in here, this is all loop material. Give you guys a look-see. So this tan material, this is all loop. The interior of the bag is also coated. It's covered in loop material. We'll talk about that when we get in there. There is no organization in here. That is kind of the point. And then at the top of the bag, there's a small nylon leash for your keys and a little plastic hardware with a spring-loaded clasp to retain them. Now, I've had this bag for a little while. This is a pretty new bag as well. I've actually had the ConcealPack 21 twice. Sold it the first time. Missed it, bought it now that I had this opportunity. One of the things I'm not fond of is actually where that key leash is located. I get it, this is the only quick access pocket, this is the only exterior pocket. It makes sense to have your keys there, but I found that when trying to put the things that I want to put in there, I was always hitting the keys were on top, they kind of printed on the front of the bag. I was also worried about the keys sort of tearing that VX21 interior because that is right there. And then this is all that's protecting you on the face of the bag. So that's my take there. But let me put my stuff back inside. So as we move around the side of the bag, there are two, I want to say these are Hypalon loops right here. Both sides of the bag have these. This is going to allow you for some modular capabilities. There are plenty of patches. There are plenty of pouches that you can tether here through different adapters and connectors. You could get a water bottle pocket on the exterior if you wanted. Provide yourself with a pouch so that you do have then, an additional quick access pocket. But those are, for what it's worth on both sides of the bag if you're going to get into that kind of thing. The bottom of the bag is the bottom of the bag is reinforced. There is this additional nylon that is sewn in from the bottom of the front panel and also the bottom of the back panel, and it just feels very thick here. There is just a lot of fabric on top of each other. These side panels come underneath. The front panel comes underneath. This is then laid over. I would almost venture that there's 2 layers to this, so there's a ton of resistance, weather resistance. I wouldn't say there's padding because there isn't. It's structured, but there's no padding. But that, those layers of fabric do provide you a bit of a buffer from the ground. So that's the bottom. And then at the top, to go with this huge 21-liter bag, you also have a very large grab handle. This grab handle is very prominent. It is very simple, but very effective. It is almost impossible to miss when you do go for it. It is maybe two pieces of nylon. The larger piece is sewn over the top of the smaller one. It's then bar tacked down here on the sides. It is very secure. It's comfortable to carry. I wouldn't want to hold this bag for too long. I would just wear it. But for when you're using the handle, I think it's more than sufficient. I think it's a nice implementation of a handle, and it does the job. And then on the back panel. So the back panel is very padded. This is super cushioned, very thick mesh, very comfortable to wear. The same mesh is also on the interior of the underside of the strap. Comfort-wise, great. Breathability, it was March when I got this bag. I live in New England. It hasn't been warm. I didn't keep the bag the first time long enough to really know what it's going to be like in the heat. But, there's no, prominent air channels. There's a couple small recesses here. So I don't know. Maybe it'll breathe okay, but it'll definitely be comfortable. We have a luggage pass-through. This luggage pass-through is oriented horizontally, so that means your bag is going to stand vertically when it's on your roller luggage. I think that's kind of nice. A lot of bags, are traditionally on your luggage in this orientation. Unless you're, exclusively using whatever front pocket over there, or maybe you have a water bottle here. This just kind of seems to make more sense to me. I think it also looks nicer. The sideways orientation, they kind of seem to flop around a little bit, even though they're on there. I feel like the bags move. This feels great. This is it's a pretty tight luggage pass through. So when that handle's through there, this bag's going to feel very secure on top. So coming back to the straps, the front of the strap has 4 4-point D loops, D connectors, whatever, plastic thingies to attach whatever you want to them. There's one up here on each strap, and then at the bottom where the strap meets the back panel, there is another one on each side. So just, again, the Brown Buffalo giving you some attachment points for, making the bag whatever you want it to be. And then to continue on with some, unique factors the Brown Buffalo provides, they're giving a buckle. You got a Duraflex buckle down here to undo the strap. You know, I don't know why the buckle's here. I never asked. Maybe I'll shoot him an email and find out. But if you know, let me know. Not really sure the purpose of this is. Maybe to easily put it around, you know, a desk or a table in a public space and kind of secure it that way. I suppose that's actually a pretty good idea. But yeah, both sides have this. The straps also come with a integrated strap keeper. Love that. Small detail, but again, strap management, just a nice thing. You're paying a premium for these bags, so you know, having the small details like that is just a bonus. There is a removable sternum strap. The sternum strap has a split bar, so you can just kind of slide it off the nylon webbing. It is adjustable. It slides up and down that nylon webbing, and I suppose you could flip it, you know. You could have it connecting whichever way you want. It has a elastic bit to it here, and even the sternum strap has an elastic webbing for management. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then lastly, on the left side, if you're wearing the bag, left side of the back panel, we have the laptop compartment. And this laptop compartment is enclosed with 2 zippers. Zippers on this bag, by the way, are all YKK. I like that there's 2 zippers here. You usually only see 1, and they give you 2. It's just nice to have. Didn't have to do it, but they did it. And in here, I've got a 14-inch MacBook Air. Again, you're going to see here that same sort of coyote color loop that is going to be found in the interior of the bag, same loop that you saw in the front pocket. So I guess we might as well talk about it now. The Brown Buffalo offers a few organizers, mods, and I believe they're 001 through 003. One is a laptop holder, one is a tablet holder, and then some sort of, you know, pockets and zippers, and then the third one is an admin panel. You could put them wherever you want. That's the beauty of the bag. You have that loop fabric everywhere, and it affords you the personalization to sort of set the layup the way you want it. Now, this is my EDC. There's a bunch of extra stuff in here just to fill the bag out, but I carry a 14-inch machine with me when I go to work. I recognize not everybody does that, so I've called upon my resources, and I've got a couple other machines just to show you what fits. This is a 15-inch Dell Precision. It's a 5570, and this fits in the laptop compartment, no problem. First time I did this, it's worth noting, you have to stick the laptop up and then in, and that allows for it to get on in there. So that's your pretty standard PC, 15 point something inches. And then I have one of my older Macs. This is a 15-inch MacBook Pro from a few years ago. This is, you know, I wouldn't say it's a full half an inch bigger in every way, but it's thinner, but it's larger, longer and wider than the Dell, and it also fits in there. So you can easily get a 16-inch machine in here. There's probably 4, maybe 3 or 4 inches of space sort of above this laptop's sitting right here. So yeah, maybe 3 inches. space. The laptop sleeve, it's getting me again. Get it up and then out. The laptop sleeve is not suspended. It is not off the ground. This comes all the way down, but again, when I talked about the bottom of the bag earlier, there are a number of layers of fabric here. So the bag's not like, you're not gonna hear it go clunk when you put your bag down, but if you drop the bag, you know, I don't know, good luck to you. But something to note, because some bags are suspended, this one is not. So, laptop back inside. All right, let's take a look at the inside of the bag. Oh, I hope it doesn't all fall out on me. So a large clamshell style opening, and here we are. So again, I have got a whole bunch of stuff in here, some extra stuff that I'm not normally carrying, just to sort of show you what the space looks like. So we have my Sony XM3 headphones. Use those for the train. I have this Topo, this is probably the small pouch. We just got some snacks in here for the commute. When I go to the office, it's good to have some snacks. We got 2 Cap 2s in here. They obviously fit in either orientation. I wouldn't bring 2 Cap 2s to work. My daily is a Cap 1. I'll show you that in a few moments, but just so you can see, you know, how much space there is. You could put a 3rd Cap 2 up here and, you know, still have room for some stuff up there. So there's a tremendous amount of space in this bag. There's also still this this space on the side. It is, in fact, a very large 21-liter bag. And then, let me actually take all this stuff out. So again, here's all that loop. You can see that the entire back of the inside, the base of the main cavity is covered in loop, as is a portion of the bottom. So you can stick those mods in here. You can put that tablet holder. You can put that organizer at the top, the admin panel. You could put the laptop one in here if you wanted, but just a ton of customization. And you know, the Brown Buffalo is not the only one that offers that sort of stuff. Alpha 19er's got some of their own that you can put in here, so you have some options. But the options are great nonetheless, right? Allowing you to sort of make the bag what you want it. Then on the inside of the front panel, we've got 2 large spaces, pockets, I guess they're just large pockets, with little Hypalon pull tabs. So these are the pockets. This is all VX21 material, little multicam trim. These Hypalon tabs with the Brown Buffalo labeled on them. It happens to be the perfect size for my Cap 1. So this is, you know, again, this is like my daily to work and back tech gear. Just some cables, battery bank, earbuds, you know, some Tylenol in there. Take this to meetings with me, but this just fits in there so perfectly. And then have my water bottle here. This is the Zoji Rushi 20-ounce insulated thermos. I wish I had brought it over, but you can fit pretty much any water bottle you want here. Actually, got a bottle of wine right here. Yeah. Pretty big, bigger than a water bottle, I'd say. Bottle of wine fits in there nicely. So that's the two, large pockets here on the front panel. And then up on the top, there is a mesh. It's almost an opaque mesh. It's kind of hard to see through. But a very robust feeling mesh fabric. At the top, there is another Hypalon tab, and that says, let's see if you can see this, practice empathy. So pretty cool. That is right on par with the Brown Buffalo, like that. And then the bag is made in the USA. The Brown Buffalo is located in Costa Mesa, California. These are all handmade. So, you're paying a price, but you're getting a bag made here in the USA, and, if you follow them on Instagram, you can kind of see who's making it. But let's take a look. Let's take a look to see what's inside this top pocket. So for me, this is about as close to a quick access pocket as we get in this bag. And I have in here a triple aught design. This is a single booster. I've got a hero clip tethered to it just in case I ever needed to put the bag up somewhere. This has actually got some Fidlock snaps on it. I use this across multiple bags. Bags that have webbing or loop on the interior. I've got the male Fidlock snap on those, and this just kind of goes in and out of my bags kind of across the board. So this doesn't have any loop. Well, I shouldn't say loop, but webbing for me to attach these onto. So it just goes in here. But this has got my work badge, car keys, it's a pen, chapstick, knife, flashlight in here, pocket organizer. It just keeps that a little neater. Otherwise, it'd be a free-for-all inside this. And then I've also got these two micro topo pouches, which you'll see, if you stick around. This is a little personal first aid kit, just in case, get a little boo-boo. And this is business cards, Apple AirTag, cash, probably a little bit of cash in here, just to keep that stuff organized. So that's what's going on in that top pocket. And again, this is this is 21 liters, they say. There's no way this is 21 liters. This is way bigger. It might be like roughly the same height as like a GR1, which is also, I think, a pretty big size, 21 liters. But I think this is deeper. I don't have the specs in front of me, but just from my experience, this is a little deeper than the GR1. Now, because the bag is so big, in my opinion, if you were to take this as an EDC bag, it's going to be great. It's a big bag. I hope you got a lot of stuff to carry because, you're probably going to need it. But if you want to travel with this thing, I think you're really starting to talk about how this bag is going to be really well used. So, one bag travel, sure. You could do one bag travel with this. Here is a medium Peak Design packing cube. I've just got like towels in here. But you can see that it is a great fit. This bag is going to eat up that packing cube without a problem. And you've still got a ton of space, right? You've got space up here. You put your headphones in here. Maybe you throw your DOP kit in one of these. Maybe you got a water bottle in that. If you got your tech pouch, your Cap 1's gonna just fit right here. There's so much you can do in terms of travel with this bag as a, roller plus or just as a dedicated travel bag. If you're just gonna one bag, I think this thing could handle it for Probably, I mean, I guess it depends how minimal you are, but a weekend, no problem. Half of a week, probably no problem. If you don't need a second set of shoes, or if you're creative with what you're bringing, maybe you don't need these, right? Maybe you can get by with some earbuds. But there's a lot of space in here. So again, we've got the medium packing cube. Here's the Peak Design small packing cube. That even fits up there. So you can get 2 Peak Design cubes in here. This one's not really full, so maybe that's not a great representation, but got an Evergoods packing cube, and that is full. And guess what? It does fit. So 2 pretty substantial cubes. Does it close? It's not even resisting. Well, it's resisting, but oh, we're caught on a zipper. Yeah, so there was no resistance at all. This just ate up those 2 packing cubes. I still have my laptop, my iPad in here. Let's make that a little bit more realistic, eh? Tech kit, water bottle, and let's pretend you're using the earbuds. You can put those anywhere. And this is a little tighter, but guess what? Ain't no problem for the Brown Buffalo ConcealPack 21. Just took 2 packing cubes, a water bottle, a Cap 1, a notebook, an iPad, a laptop, and a couple other random pouches in here. So this is snacks down. This is a large EDC bag. This would be too big for me. I wouldn't be bringing this to work unless I was bringing multiple Cap 2s. I keep a camera in a Cap 2, so perhaps if I was bringing my camera to work, if I was bringing my whole tech kit, my charger, where the Cap 1's not going to be sufficient, maybe I would consider bringing this. Maybe I'm bringing a coat or a sweatshirt. Maybe I'm going to the gym after work. Those scenarios, this would actually work pretty well, giving you that extra little bit of space. It's very comfortable to carry. There is one thing I didn't like about the bag. I've been wearing it. I've been testing it out. What I don't like about this bag, saving this for the very end, is this space here. This is about 2.5 inches from the inside of one strap to the inside of the next strap. And this space right here, this ends up rubbing right on the back of my neck. And it's not a back and forth rub. It sits pretty still, but when I turn my head, I can feel the sides of my neck against this pretty robust Cordura right here, this 500D fabric. And I'm sure, like anything, it will break in, it'll get softer over time, but that was something I noticed right away. So I'm partial to bags with, I think, about a 3.5 to 4 inch gap up here in where the straps meet. But that's probably the only negative thing I have to say, minus the fact that it doesn't have a quick access pocket. If they just threw a little guy up here, just a little tiny zipper guy, just a little guy, that would make this bag fantastic. Keys, my work badge, earbuds, earbuds, not Airbud, the dog. I think that little addition would make this just a real tremendous bag. But it's still a great bag. It's probably a great bag for you. So let me know what you think. What would you do with this bag? Are you going to bring it to work? Are you going to travel with it? You going to the gym with it? But let me know. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.